Hello and welcome to another edition of Elections Unlocked, the show that brings you all that's happening in Battleground 2024. Today we're going to focus on an issue that is making the headlines again for the wrong reasons. Family politics or Parivarvad in Indian elections. You've heard of the story of Prajwal Revanna in Karnataka, accused of sexual abuse and now finds himself on the back foot. He belongs to the Janata Dal Secular, and it is the party of H.D. Devagowda, former Prime Minister. Prajwal Revanna apparently was given a ticket from Hassan on the insistence of his grandfather. He was suspended today from the JDS, but the manner of his ticket appointment only reflects upon the way Parivarvad plays in Indian politics. So we thought today we're going to look in this show at Parivarvad from south to north, from Karnataka to Uttar Pradesh to Maharashtra, across this country. Family politics is still well and truly alive. And we want to start this special show on family politics with Hassan in Karnataka, where, as I said, H.D. Devagowda's grandson finds himself in the eye of a storm. The party has grandfather H.D. Devagowda, children H.D. Kumaraswamy, the former Karnataka Chief Minister, H.D. Revanna, who's an MLA, and it's his son Prajwal who's in the eye of this storm. But it's not just the JDS. Across Karnataka, family politics rules. Let's start, therefore, with the state in the eye of that storm, the state of Karnataka.
Former Prime Minister H.D. Devagowda's grandson and JDS Lok Sabha election candidate from Hassan, Prajwal Revanna, is in trouble over allegations of sexual abuse. A case has been filed against Prajwal Revanna and his MLA father H.D. Revanna for alleged sexual harassment. Prajwal's father and co-accused H.D. Revanna called the videos a conspiracy.
ಈಗ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಅವ್ರದಿದೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಮೂಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಇವರೇನು ಎಫ್ಐಆರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಾ SIT ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತಾ.
Hassan voted in the second phase on 26 April. Prajwal Revanna has left the country even as the Siddaramaiah government ordered an SIT probe. JDS leader and former Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy, who also happens to be Prajwal's uncle, has distanced himself from the scandal that has hit his brother's family. The Janata Dal Secular, amidst the raging controversy, suspended H.D. Devagowda's grandson Prajwal until the completion of the SIT probe.
ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸದವರೆಗೆ ಅಮಾನತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇದು SITಯ ತನಿಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ಅವರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವರದಿ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ತಪ್ಪಿತಸ್ಥ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ವರದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
The whole controversy has brought the limelight back on the family politics of the JDS. Party chief and former Prime Minister H.D. Devagowda's son H.D. Kumaraswamy himself is contesting from Mandya, other than his now suspended nephew Prajwal Revanna from Hassan. That's not all. Devagowda's son-in-law Dr. C.N. Manjunath is contesting on a BJP ticket from Bengaluru rural seat against Congress Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar's brother D.K. Suresh. Former Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa's son B.Y. Raghavendra is contesting on a BJP ticket from Shimoga, while former Chief Minister S.R. Bommai's son Basavaraj Bommai, also a former Chief Minister himself, is in the fray in Haveri. Bureau Report, India Today.
From Parivar politics in Karnataka, let's turn to Parivar politics in Uttar Pradesh. Samajwadi Party patriarch, the late Mulayam Singh Yadav, was the first one to introduce a family member, his younger brother Shivpal Yadav, into electoral politics in 1996. Netaji gave his constituency of Jaswant Nagar to Shivpal Yadav, which the latter won handsomely. Over time, the Samajwadi Party faces the accusations that it has built a parivar. Remember, son Akhilesh Yadav became Chief Minister in 2012. He contested first from Kannauj in 2000. Now in this election, Akhilesh has given tickets to his wife, to nephews and others within the family. 5 members of his family will be contesting in this election. What does that say about the way Parivar politics operates in a state like Uttar Pradesh, India's most populous state? Samajwadi Party is an example, some would say, of Parivar politics. Here's a report.
Fates of 3 members of the Yadav family participating in the 3rd phase of the elections will be decided on 7th May. SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav's wife Dimple is contesting from Mainpuri, while his 2 cousins Aditya Yadav from Badaयूं and Akshay Yadav from Firozabad are also in the fray.
समाजवादी पार्टी के लिए मैनपुरी लोकसभा क्षेत्र हमेशा एक विचारधारा का सोत्र रहा है और जो विकास की गंगा उस सोच से निकल के बही है पूरे मैनपुरी क्षेत्र में और आसपास के जिलों में भी, तो उनको ये देखना चाहिए, समझना चाहिए और अपने हाई कमान को भी समझाना चाहिए कि आप काम करिए, आप विकास करिए, आप रोजगार दीजिए, आप लैपटॉप दीजिए, आप क्योंकि जनता ने आपको चुना है काम करने के लिए।
देखिए, समाजवादी पार्टी फिरोजाबाद में बहुत मजबूत है। जो हम लोगों का आकलन है, जिस दिन हम लोगों ने नॉमिनेशन करा था उस समय भाजपा का प्रत्याशी यहाँ पर नहीं था। हम लोग ये मान के चल रहे थे कि 2 लाख वोटों से हम लोग यहाँ चुनाव जीत रहे हैं उस समय, लेकिन भाजपा के प्रत्याशी के आने के बाद वो 2 लाख से 4 लाख में कन्वर्ट होगा, ये हम लोगों को यकीन हो गया है। और जब वोट पड़ेंगे, खुलेंगे 4 जून को, तो ये ऐतिहासिक जीत फिरोजाबाद और पूरा उत्तर प्रदेश देखने का काम करेगा।
Party chief Akhilesh Yadav last week filed his nomination from Kannauj. His cousin Dharmendra Yadav is contesting from Azamgarh.
कन्नौज वो क्षेत्र है जहां से मैं सबसे पहले चुनाव जीता था। नेताजी चुने गए, घर के और सदस्य भी चुने गए, तो एक बहुत गहरा रिश्ता, लगाव यहाँ की जनता से रहा है। इसका परिणाम ये हुआ है कि कठिन से कठिन परिस्थितियों में कन्नौज की जनता ने समाजवादियों का समर्थन किया है, इसलिए दोबारा मुझे आने का मौका जनता दे रही है।
All these seats are considered Samajwadi Party bastions. The Yadav family members had won all these seats in the 2014 Lok Sabha polls. Significantly, there were only 5 seats that the SP had won that time. But they lost Kannauj, Firozabad and Badaयूं in 2019, when Akhilesh Yadav had won Azamgarh seat, while SP Patriarch Mulayam Singh Yadav had emerged victorious from Mainpuri. In the last Lok Sabha polls too, the SP had won only 5 seats. Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, while there is a lot of criticism of Parivar politics, the fact is many of these dynasts continue to win. And therefore they say, look, it's the people of the country who are voting us in. We are part of electoral democracy. The fact also is that the BJP too has tied up with parties which they once accused of Parivar politics, or individuals who they, within their party, who have also been the beneficiaries, some would say, of dynastic politics. I want to now turn to Bihar, because in Bihar, many of the parties have actively encouraged family members to enter. Remember Lalu Prasad and how when he was jailed, he made his wife Rabri Devi the Chief Minister of Bihar. Now his son Tejasvi Yadav is the leader of the RJD in the Vidhan Sabha, and his daughter Rohini will be making her political debut in this election. But the Yadavs are not alone. Across Bihar, from the Paswans to other families, you will find there's always a Parivar round the corner. Take a look then at this report on family politics in Bihar.
Bihar is known for the politics of Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family. This election, 2 of his daughters, Misa Bharti and Rohini Acharya, are contesting, while his son Tejasvi is a star campaigner for RJD and India Alliance in the state. While Rohini Acharya is making her electoral debut from Saran, Misa Bharti is contesting from Patliputra.
तो कुछ काम तो किए नहीं तो परिवार पे ही ना वो बात करेंगे। अगर कुछ काम किए रहते तो वो रोजगार पे बात करते, अपने विकास पे बात करते। उनको बस जो करना उनको करने दीजिए, उनका गाली हम लोग के लिए आशीर्वाद है।
यहाँ पे डबल इंजन की सरकार है और बिहार में डेवलपमेंट मान का कोई चीज नहीं है। बिल्कुल 40 की 40 सीटें इंडिया गठबंधन जीतने जा रही है।
In LJP-R, party chief Chirag Paswan's brother-in-law Arun Bharti has jumped into the electoral fray for the first time from Jamui seat. Having won the legacy war with his uncle in Hajipur, LJP-R chief Chirag Paswan passed on his legacy in Jamui to his brother-in-law. Chirag himself will contest this year from Hajipur, a seat represented by his father 9 times before his uncle Pashupati Kumar Paras won it in 2019.
आज प्रधानमंत्री जी के इस मन से प्रधानमंत्री जी के सामने प्रधानमंत्री जी के ही शब्दों को दोहराते हुए आप लोगों को विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि जब तक हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी हैं, तब तक न देश में संविधान को कोई खतरा है, न आरक्षण को कोई खतरा।
The BJP has been most vocal against Parivarvad yet in 2024 elections. In Bihar, it has fielded Rajya Sabha member Vivek Thakur, son of former Union Minister and State BJP President Dr. C.P. Thakur from Nevada that went to polls in the first phase. From Aurangabad, BJP nominee and sitting MP Shishil Singh is a son of former MP Ram Naresh Singh. Shishil Singh has won the seat 4 times and thrice in succession since 2009, while his father had won twice in 1989 and 1991. There are others as well. Congress veteran and former Lok Sabha Speaker Meera Kumar's son Abhijit Anshul Kumar is set to make his electoral debut from Patna Sahib seat, a stronghold of BJP. Bihar Congress President Akhilesh Singh's son Akash Singh is tipped for a party ticket from Maharajganj. Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's turn from Bihar to the state of Maharashtra, one of my home states. Now, over the years, Maharashtra's politics has also seen several political families, especially at district levels, virtually dominate local politics there. And this election is no different. In Beed, Pankaja Munde, the daughter of former Deputy Chief Minister and the BJP stalwart late Gopinath Munde, is contesting there. She, remember, also is a niece of the late BJP leader Pramod Mahajan. She is not alone. Go district by district and you will find several sons and daughters contesting in Maharashtra. In fact, Pankaja has taken the seat which was with her sister, Dr. Pritam Munde. But the seat that many people are looking at very closely this time is the seat of Baramati. Because in a way, it exemplifies family politics. You've got Supriya Sule, daughter of veteran Maharashtra strongman Sharad Pawar, contesting against Ajit Pawar, Sharad Pawar's nephew, his wife, Sunetra Pawar. What better example then of family wars in Maharashtra, and dare I say, across the country. Take a look then at how Maharashtra's family wars are playing out.
You have said you have handed over Baramati to Ajit Pawar for political activity. And yet now in this election it appears as if your family has been split apart because Ajit Dada's wife is contesting against your daughter.
You see, Pawar's family as a family, there are other members.
They are all with you?
Each and every.
Each and every one of the family members is with you. So it's Ajit Dada and his wife and family on one side, the rest of the Pawars are with you.
Inside.
But still, sir, the message that is going out is that the legacy of Sharad Pawar is now under threat or in some way is being challenged. Ajit Pawar is saying, I am the true heir of Sharad Pawar, not his daughter. Somewhere that is the message he is sending out.
It's all right. You see, one should not forget that my daughter or Ajit's sister was a member of parliament for 3 times. Thrice a person is getting elected with highest vote. it means there must be something.
Daughter versus your sister-in-law. You concede that this is your toughest battle because you won your 3 times, but you're fighting your own family this time. Do you concede it's your toughest fight?
Not at all. See, time is the biggest healer. And I think when you first start, you feel, oh my God, it's emotional. But then you realize why you are into politics. You have to have complete clarity. This is not about my family. For me, it's the country first, then the state, then the party, and then my family. So I have complete clarity of why I am in politics. So this is not a personal fight at all. This is not about our relationships. This is about the cause that we are working for.
But there is an emotional edge to what, to your speeches, to the fact that your father at 83 is watching his family getting split like this. Somewhere you all are appealing for votes on emotion.
Not at all.
No votes on emotion?
Have you seen it? It's only on performance. And the family is not split. A small part of the family has taken a decision which is not aligned with the entire family.
No, but the small part is Ajit Pawar, who is someone who has been the MLA from here, Deputy Chief Minister, someone whom you have called Ajit Dada. I mean, surely you cannot say that there is no family fight here.
No, there's no. What would the fight be about?
About power. Who is?
Not at all.
बारामती में तो कहीं ना कहीं जब सुनेत्रा पवार आपकी पत्नी लड़ती है आपकी बहन सुप्रिया सुळे के खिलाफ, तो मैसेज तो ये जा रहा है ना कि पवार फैमिली की एक प्रतिष्ठा की लड़ाई बन गई है कि बारामती का बिग बॉस कौन।
और खास करके जब हम देखते हैं कि शरद पवार हर जगह जाके रैली ले रहे हैं, आप बारामती में कैंपिंग करके बैठे हुए हैं, तो लड़ाई फिर अजीत पवार वर्सेस शरद पवार ही दिखने लग जाती है।
और वो भी परिवार की लड़ाई।
वैसी नहीं है, आप मीडिया ने वो ज्यादा दिखाने की कोशिश की है, लेकिन मैं वैसा नहीं मानता। मैं मानता हूँ कि ये जो लड़ाई नरेंद्र मोदी साहब, नरेंद्र भाई मोदी वर्सेस राहुल गांधी ऐसी है।
ये चर्चा दिल्ली में है कि अमित शाह ने आप पर दबाव डाला कि आपको अपनी पत्नी को खड़ा करना पड़ेगा इस चुनाव में सुप्रिया ताई के खिलाफ, तभी हम मानेंगे कि असली अजीत पवार पर विश्वास कर सकते।
ये सरासर झूठ है। ये सरासर झूठ है। मेरे जो भी कैंडिडेट जो रायगढ़ में हो, बारामती में हो, धाराशिव में हो, या शिरूर में हो, या परभणी में हो, कोई भी बात उन्होंने नहीं कही। वो बोले कि जो इलेक्टिव मेरिट होगा वो कैंडिडेट आप दे दो। एक एक कैंडिडेट जिताना बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है। अपने को ज्यादा से ज्यादा एमपीज महामोर्चा के जीत के आने चाहिए।
State of Odisha, where remember assembly elections are happening simultaneously with the Lok Sabha polls. In this particular battleground, there are at least 10 daughters, that's right, 10 daughters who are fighting for their political legacy of their parents. In fact, out of the 10, 5 of them have been fielded by the ruling BJD alone. Take a look at Odisha's daughters.
They are the daughters contesting for their father's political legacy in the battlefield of 2024 in Odisha. Barsha Singh Bariha is the daughter of BJD MLA Vijay Ranjan Singh Bariha. After her father's death, she is contesting from her father's tribal seat of Padmapur on BJD ticket for Odisha Assembly. Dipali Das became MLA in the Jharsuguda by-election following the murder of former minister and her father Nabkishore Das a year ago. She is contesting this time from the seat on BJD ticket against another daughter, Amita Biswal of Congress. Amita is the daughter of former Chief Minister Hemanand Biswal. 28-year-old Sulakshana Gitanjali Devi is the daughter of veteran Dharakot leader A.N. Singh Dev. She is the 5th member from the Dharakot royal family to contest the elections from Sana Khemundi Assembly seat as BJD candidate. From Maska Lok Sabha seat, BJD has fielded dynamic youth leader Ranjita Sahu, daughter of senior party leaders Harprasad Sahu and Sunita Prabhu Sahu. BJP has fielded Anita Shubhadarshini, daughter of former finance minister and BJD founding member Ramakrishna Patnaik, against Ranjita in Aska. This is Anita's second chance from Aska, as she could not win this seat 5 years ago. Hoping she can retain her seat, BJD has fielded Latika Pradhan, daughter of former Aska MP Nityanand Pradhan, from the Kavi Suryanagar assembly seat once again. BJP has given ticket to Upasana Mahapatra, daughter of late Laltendu Vidyadhar Mahapatra from Brahmagiri Vidhan Sabha constituency. Congress has made Dr. Lipika Majhi its candidate from Dubugao in this Lok Sabha election. Lipika is the daughter of former MLA Bhujbal Majhi. Majhi himself is contesting from Navrangpur Lok Sabha seat this time. Former Congress MLA from Ali, Devendra Sharma, lost elections in 2019. This time, on his request, the Grand Old Party has given a ticket to his daughter, Dr. Devsmita Sharma, to contest in her father's seat. Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, these were the 5 states that we focused upon, but remember, beyond them, we have lots of states with the same story. The Abdullahs, the Muftis, the Sindhyas. Other than just the Gandhis, you can go across political party lines and you will find several members of influential political families contesting this election. Deva Gowda is in the eye of a storm, but there are many others who believe, some would say, in the politics of entitlement. Let's leave it there on this edition of Elections Unlocked and the family wars that we showed you. News and updates continue.